So, well, it's been a long time since last episode. A very long time. But we are back with ranking every intermission going to. And I hope you have your swimsuits ready, because as hinted to in the last episode, we're going to talk about Peach Beach. If you want a recap of how this video is going to work, then please check out episode 1. And once again, here's my planner of how this series is going to work. Stick around until the end of the video to receive a hint for what track we're going to handle next, and please like and subscribe. Peach Beach only has 5 intermissions leading to it, so I don't think this is going to be a very long video, but I hope it will be a very enjoyable video anyways. So without further ado, let's rank every intermission going to Peach Beach.
Good question.
The great question block runes to Peach Beach is not good at all. You start with this really long glide with only one ring in the middle, but that's it, nothing else is there. Then you have this straight section with 2 cars. Yeah, but in fact one of those 2 cars has a fire bro on it. And to that I say, shut up, it's not enough to save it, schwaz. This section over here is not that interesting. If you have mushrooms, a boo or a star, etc., you end up way ahead of the others. Maybe it's a bit too overpowered here. The bubbles you see here are this time not that OP, since they can't drop a star for the player in front, because they only have coins and mushrooms. Then you have this beach section that is way too long, and it has these cataquacks that are way too easy to avoid. I like driving into this seat because it reminds me of something else. And that then brings you to Peach Beach, and you drive the last 2 laps of this course, which I don't really like. I just prefer the normal lap. I know it's way simpler, but sometimes simple is just better. But at least I'm happy for the people who prefer these laps. All 3 of you. And Albert Boris.
I'm sorry,
Yoshi's
is closed today.
Faraway Oasis to Peach Beach starts off really nicely with a Yoshi's restaurant. Oh no, wait, it's closed and we just drive past it. That's awesome. Afterwards we have some really nice enemies, and I'm lying because they absolutely suck. Yeah, the gyrographs are still very slow in this game, and I mean they're already in the useless enemy jail. What do you want me to do? Afterwards we have a few ramps and turns that send you to this section, which has a nice glider shortcut and...
Oh shit, here we go again.
The overpowered star bubbles are back. You can once again get not 1 but 2 stars in first place. Yay! At least it's less unfair, since you also have this glider section for the players in the back, but I still don't like it at all. Hey, this one is open. Nice. Then you have this very long and uninteresting section with 2 cars. Shut up this time, I know it's actually 4. And then once again, cataquacks, boring laps, and it's done. The only reason that I put this over the Great Question Block Runes is because that one was really short. This one was a bit longer. Yeah, the intermissions to Peach Beach are not really good. Even this one is already number 3 and it's still really mid. The intermission from Salty Speedway to Peach Beach starts with this weird turn. And I already mentioned this in a previous video in the series. I don't like this, since it's just awkward to start like this. But I do have to admit that this section, this beach section, is pretty fun. It has a lot of fun things like Goombas, ramps, a dash food restaurant. Everything combined is actually pretty solid. Lap 2 is also a bit of that fun section, but way less than before. And then you are at the cataquack section, and I did not hit 1, not 2, but 2 nuts while driving. That's crazy, right? And then we once again have the, in my opinion, 2 boring laps of Peach Beach. And it's a solid intermission, but the beach section could have been a bit longer, because this intermission is just so short. It's as short as my Billy sidekick in Fortnite. Wow, that's short. What do you think I was going to say?
Under the sea.
Number 2 is from Wario Shipyard to Peach Beach, and it was really close between this one and number 1. You start off by leaving the shipyard itself, and this is a really fun and chaotic section, but it doesn't really take too long. Then you have this ramp, and then comes the main point of this intermission. You can either choose to take a boat or a really long and boring glider section. Well, I'm going for the boat, because you can even scoop people with it. How funny is that? And via this water path you end up at Peach Beach, of course, and I don't get why you have to do the second and the third lap here. Why? The first lap would have worked way better over here, since you literally already do a tiny piece of this part. Like, why can't it just be the normal, way better lap? I don't know, and I don't get it, and I want to cry.
Do the roar, do the roar, do the roar, do it, do the roar.
And the winner of this video is Dino Jungle to Peach Beach, but it's still not great. It's just a good, solid intermission. You start at the jungle itself, where the players in the back have these ramps to catch up, which I like because it makes it a bit more intense. Then you go to this park section, which once again has a dinosaur. And last time in the Faraway Oasis video, we had this dinosaur which activated a glider section, and this time we have the regular T-Rex. And while I do prefer the other dinosaur, I really love the way they changed this up and add multiple dinosaurs, because it makes for a good amount of variety. And what follows after the park section isn't really that bad either. It's the water section we all know from one of the knockout tours, but backwards. The higher path is obviously way faster than the lower path, and you can easily get there with a charge jump. I do prefer the need of a boost item to get there, but it's not that big of a difference. And yeah, this is just a very fun section if you like tricking or avoiding rocks. After the waterfall section, you have a boomerang row, and that brings you to this section. So you all know how it goes from here. As you know, it brings you from the bubbles to the cataquacks to Peach Beach, and once again you drive lap 2 and 3. There's not a single intermission that brings you to lap 1, and it frustrates me, especially with the longer Peach Beach intermissions like Faraway Oasis and Dino Jungle. Anyway, especially because of the park section and the waterfall section, Dino Jungle has my favorite intermission going to Peach Beach. Anyway, that was my ranking of every intermission going to Peach Beach. Let me know how you would rank these intermissions, and please like and subscribe. Now, for the hint for what track is in the next episode, just listen to this, please.
Purple.
Yeah, if you know what that was about, then make sure to also comment it down below. Anyway, I hope I'll see you in that next episode, but for now I am driving through a tunnel.